Your breath represents a powerful resource in the battle against overthinking. It requires no special equipment, costs nothing, and can be deployed anywhere, anytime. This essential function serves as the perfect bridge between mind and body, offering immediate relief when thoughts begin to spiral. When overthinking takes hold, it triggers physiological changes. Muscles tense, heart rate increases, breathing becomes shallow. These physical manifestations actively reinforce anxious thoughts. Your racing heart makes the perceived threat feel more real, generating more anxious thoughts, further accelerating your heart rate, creating a psychophysiological feedback loop. This is why purely cognitive approaches often fail in the moment. When you're deep in an overthinking spiral, someone telling you to just think differently rarely helps. Your body has already activated emergency systems that override rational thinking. It's like trying to solve a complex equation while running from a predator. The brain simply isn't configured to do both simultaneously. The ancient Stoics understood this mind-body connection. Marcus Aurelius wrote about measured breathing during mental turbulence. Seneca taught specific breathing practices, instructing students to withdraw into a peaceful rhythm during anxiety or anger. These were fundamental philosophical practices that enabled clearer reasoning. Modern neuroscience has confirmed what the Stoics understood through observation. The vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in the body, creates a two-way connection between brain and visceral organs, allowing breath patterns to directly influence neural activity. The vagus nerve serves as the primary conduit of the parasympathetic rest and digest system, in contrast to the sympathetic fight-or-flight response fueling overthinking. By intentionally adjusting your breathing, you can activate this parasympathetic response, essentially flipping the switch on your nervous system. Dr. Stephen Porges, who developed polyvagal theory, explains that extending your exhales longer than your inhales stimulates the vagus nerve, signaling to your brain that conditions are safe. This vagal stimulation reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, and increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, where rational thinking occurs. Try this with me right now. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold briefly. Now, exhale gradually through your mouth for 6 or 8 counts. Feel that subtle shift? This 4-6-8 pattern has been shown to reduce cortisol levels by up to 27% within just 3 minutes of practice. The extended exhale provides the strongest vagal stimulation, sending waves of relief throughout your entire nervous system. What makes this approach remarkably powerful is that it circumvents the thinking mind entirely. Your nervous system responds regardless of your thoughts about it. This is why breath control succeeds when rational arguments fail. It addresses overthinking at its physiological foundation, rather than trying to reason with thoughts fueled by a body in distress. A study from the University of California demonstrated this clearly. Researchers found that controlled breathing produced measurable changes in heart rate variability and cortisol levels significantly faster than cognitive approaches to managing stress. Dr. Andrew Huberman describes this as accessing the brain through the body, explaining that breathing remains under both automatic and voluntary control. This dual nature makes breathing a unique access point to regulatory systems that are otherwise unconscious. Recent discoveries involve specialized neurons in the brainstem called the breathing pacemaker. This cluster of cells controls breathing rhythm and sends signals that influence emotional state and attention. By changing your breathing pattern, you're directly modulating the activity of these neurons, affecting brain networks involved in thinking and feeling. To implement this technique, the moment you notice overthinking beginning, pause and bring awareness to your breath without trying to change it initially. After a few moments, gradually extend your exhales, making them longer than your inhales. Continue this pattern for just 90 seconds. Most people experience a profound shift in mental clarity within this brief intervention. For maximum effectiveness, practice daily, even when not overthinking. This creates use-dependent plasticity, strengthening the neural connection between controlled breathing and mental clarity, making it increasingly powerful during actual overthinking episodes. The breath serves as a constant anchor to the present moment. Overthinking involves mental time travel. worrying about the future, or ruminating about the past. Your breath, always occurring now, provides an immediate reference point that pulls attention back from these mental projections, offering a refuge of calm clarity whenever you need it most. As we end our journey through the landscape of mind, remember that mastery over overthinking isn't found in silencing your thoughts, but in changing how you relate to them. It's the difference between being swept away by every mental current and standing firmly as the observer of your thoughts, choosing which ones deserve your precious attention. These practices align perfectly with how your mind works. Ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience provide practical tools that transform your mental landscape when practiced consistently. Will you reshape your neural pathways today? Will you step into freedom where your mind serves rather than controls you?